Welcome to the show. This is Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we don't gamble it. We saw a massive hike in about 75 basis points in interest rate or inflation yesterday, and now it's causing the whole market to crumble. We saw the stock market appreciated a bit, we saw the crypto market appreciated a bit, and all of them fall off. Because of what? Because of inflation. We saw the CPI last week, which was now causing a lot of investors to think that the inflation is not being tackled well by the Fed. And also, we're seeing the 75 basis points now being increased. And now this is now causing a lot of talks in the market. And what are these going to cause to the world of crypto or in the crypto space generally? You need to stick to the channel and see what we're about to unveil. My name is Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, and welcome to the show, and thanks for joining me for this wonderful episode. And today we have a lot of news, a lot of things to share with you, which is going to give you some information of what has been transpiring in the market. If you've not subscribed to the channel, you need to do that right now. Crypto Be 101 is the channel, and you can see our videos. You can like, share, and subscribe, and be part of this greatness that has been happening on this beautiful show. Without further ado, let's go quickly and see what's going on in the market. We can see Powell signal recession may be price to pay for crushing inflation. Like we all know, we've been speaking about recession. Global recession is coming, and now we're seeing that even the Fed is like they've lost their grip, or they're panicking. And instead of finding another tools or how they can correct what is going on in the economy, we're seeing them now increasing the interest rate with 75 basis points. And I think according to the news, or according to the record, that is the highest in so many years. What has this got to do with the crypto space? We're going to check it out on the chart. We're going to see how it has affected the chart, and we're going to see how the market is responding to this news that broke yesterday. So that's that about Fed. And speaking about the Fed, we can see Fed hikes rate to highest since 2007, and Bitcoin slides towards 19K, even when below that. And we can see the federal funds rate will rise to a range of 3% to 3.25%, the highest since 2007. The rate has stayed near zero for more than 2 years. Traders are currently betting the federal funds rate will go above 4.25% before central bank pause the campaign. So we can see we're still going to see more of this because the inflation is on the edge, and people are looking for where they can hedge their inflation. And I believe the crypto market is already bottom out. We could be seeing some investors trying to see if they'll put their money in crypto just to hedge the inflation, or put it on gold, or put it on stock market. But we saw stock market dipping down yesterday alongside cryptocurrencies with the king like Bitcoin and the second market cap in the industry, which is Ethereum. And now let's move to the second one. Speaking about the Fed, we can see US draft bill to plan to ban algorithm stable coins for 2 years. You know, we've been seeing so much news about stable coin now. We've been seeing so much news. People are saying due to Terra USD that fall, the government needs to put some regulations into the game. So now the draft Bitcoin stablecoin bill, Congress requires the federal system and state banking regulators to approve any stablecoin plan by non-bank entities before they can be legally issued. And I think this is good, because when we have something like this, TUSD wouldn't have crashed, because there would have been regulation. There would have been $1 back-to-back peg with the Reserve Bank. So I think we're going to be seeing more of this in the news. Also, speaking about authorities, another news in the that is making headline is Colorado become the first United States accepting the first state in United States of America accepting taxes in BTC and ETH. And I think that's a good news, because now we're now having part of the government now saying you can pay your taxes with cryptocurrencies, and they're pairing it with paper. So when you pay, paper convert it for them into the fiat, and they can get your tax from you. And I think that's a good step. That's part of the adoption we're looking at, or we're looking for in the crypto space, whereby we're seeing government, or we're seeing stakeholders now accepting or approving cryptocurrencies to be used to do some certain things in their government. And I think this is a good one, coming from Colorado, becoming the first state in United States to be accepting taxes in BTC and ETH. We have another news making it now. If you want to add Bitcoin by just listening to podcasts, we have something for you, which is Bitcoin Lightning enables listen to earn podcast. You download the app and you start earning, and they pay you for the first 1 hour of listening. They might pay you in Satoshi, because they're not going to pay you 1 Bitcoin. They pay you in Satoshi, and you can get out it on, and you can use it to even purchase, like, comment and stuff like that on the app, or even withdraw it. And I think that's a good news for some of us that are just looking for a way to earn Bitcoin free of charge. You just need all you need to do is just listen to the podcast on the app, and that you can start earning some free Satoshi for yourself. And also we have FTX seeking $1 billion to finance or whatever company they've been acquiring. We now know the valuation of FTX has been above $30 billion, and now they're still seeking for investors to come in so they can buy some of these cryptocurrency exchange companies that couldn't survive this throughout this crypto winter. Talking about the cryptocurrency falling from about 60,000, talking about Bitcoin or market cap of about 2 trillion down to below 1 trillion. So FTX has been doing the most, and I think I'm going to look into their token, because for them to be acquiring a lot of companies that have been pushing edges during these hard times, that means they know what they're doing. And I can bet it with you, they're competing with the likes of Binance, ByBit, and other cryptocurrency exchanges in the industry. So now they're trying to raise some of amount to get that done. And now, is it time for bull run? We don't know yet. But now we're seeing some institutions picking interest or saying they think Bitcoin has bottomed out. So is it time for bull run? Is that the reason why Michael Saylor bought about $6 million worth of Bitcoin again, now making the entity own about 130,000 Bitcoin in the portfolio? And why are other firms coming up and saying they want to be part of the crypto being? Is it because they missed the last bull run? Is it now that the Bitcoin has bottomed up and now they're trying to get into the market now? So we don't know, but all we can see is HKCP Capital. This is a company owned by a billionaire in Hong Kong. Is raising about $500 million to invest in cryptocurrency. And when such news like this is coming up, it shows that if you're seeing all these big boys now trying to invest or accept cryptocurrency, it might be it's time for us to get ready and load our asset. Talking about cryptocurrencies, some NFT that's good, and metaverse project, good tokens out there, and we can be part of the next phase of crypto billionaires or crypto millionaires. So is it the next bull run? We'll get to know. But all we can say now is C Capital, a company established by Hong Kong billionaire, reportedly intend to raise about $500 million to invest in digital currency, credit, and private equity over the next 1.5 years. So I think that's a good news for us in crypto space. And so speaking about countries, we have the largest crypto seizure in Brazil. As we've seen about one of the guy that wanted to contest before they say no, he's not eligible because of what he has done in the crypto space in Brazil. And now Brazil's Bitcoin Pharaoh ordered to reimburse corn investors back with about $3.7 billion. US dollars. And this is what I tell you guys, the crypto space is full of a lot of things. You need informations, you need good credibility information before you get into it, because a lot of things are going on and you might be confused or misinformed. But with a channel like this where we bring the news to your ears, we enlighten you every day, we tell you what you need to do and what you need not to put your in. It's going to help you, and you have to do your own research as well. And I think with that, you'll be able to make a good decision and profit from this crypto space. We can see right here, Bitcoin Pharaoh has 48 hours to pay back about $3.7 billion, and they've seized some of the asset worth about I think $20 something million. They've collected some luxury cars and all of that is in his possession, in the company possession, so they can get the money back and pay about 122,000 clients that have invested with the company. So you see, you need to be careful when you're doing that. And now we're going to be expecting Cardano to upgrade their fork tomorrow, and I think that's another good news for crypto world, because with the fork being upgraded, there's a lot of things that will now be integrated into the Cardano ecosystem, and we know their coin ADA has been doing well, not until when the whole crypto market crashed down, and we're going to look into that too in some time. So let's look about more news before we move to some chart analysis. We can see, are there too many cryptocurrencies in the market? We're going to drop a video about that. You need to stick to the channel, subscribe, like, and share so you can understand what is going on about that. And now another news talking about a lot of things just happening in the world of cryptos. Downfall of Canada's Lambo-driven crypto king reportedly sees about 35 million in losses. You know, there's this Canadian company that is running a crypto king or an investment program for people, and now 140 people of his investor want the company AP Private Equity Limited to pay back the money they've invested with the company, because they are not doing what they say they'll do, because they promise they're going to pay them about 15%, but nothing has been done. Instead of that, they've been using the money to buy luxury cars, living lavish and all that. And that's why I tell you, crypto space, you need good information. You just don't have to dabble in anyhow. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, do that right now. Subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you can keep getting all this information. So let me just run through some headlines before we now move to the other section of the program. Regulatory clarity will drive the next blue run. I've said it because we've been seeing some institutions now being interested in the crypto space due to the regulations coming from some countries, talking about US saying stable coins now need to have a good registration or to have a reserve with the Reserve Bank before they can approve them to legally be issuing stable coin to any of their clients. And also in the news, we have Bitcoin still dominate total payment on the BitPay despite the bear market. Like I tell you, Bitcoin is the king. No matter what is happening to it, as Bitcoin is falling, other cryptocurrencies are falling as well. And you can see on the BitPay, it's still the highest, or it dominates the market when it comes to crypto payment. Also, we can see digital bank FB banks integrate USDC stablecoin for direct deposit. These are good news. This is what I want to be seeing some financial institutions now accepting stablecoin. We saw last week or last 2 weeks Fidelity Bank and some other investment company in America now saying you can stake your ETH. That was before the merge, and we can see what has been happening after the merge. Both ETH and Bitcoin has been dropping. And now we're still speaking about authority. Japanese bank giant normally launch digital ecosystem. You can see we're having institution coming in, and now we're seeing New York judge is now telling Tether to provide document that is showing that their USDC or the USDT total amount they have in their portfolio is being backed with real dollar or whatever investment they're using for it. And I think this has been going on in the industry for some time, where people are saying this biggest stable coin company, are we sure they have up to the amount of the market cap, the worth backed in a reserve bank or in real life? So now a New York judge is telling them they need to provide the proof or provide a document that shows that if you have 1 billion stable coin in your portfolio, you should have 1 billion naira or an investment word that is backing it up. And we'll see more of that. And now, speaking of authority, Iran to begin crypto trial, CBD trial despite possible lack of infrastructure. We saw Iran making the airlines talking about them allowing you to use cryptocurrency to purchase some things from there, even though they still have some sanctions. You can see, I'm telling you, crypto is here to stay. Yes, we need regulations, we need a lot of things to put it into shape, but I'm telling you, crypto is here to stay, and you are not late at all to get on board. And now we have speaking of CEO, Jesse Powell, which is the Kraken CEO, is stepping down so he can focus on campaigning or trying to let people know much about cryptocurrency. He says that's what he wants to do, and now the operational manager will be the one to take over from there. Is Kraken still going to be performing the way it is? Since we're going to be having a new CEO, we're going to see that in a short while. Binance to receive green light for crypto service in Dubai. We know Binance has been the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, and they've been doing great things when it comes to DeFi, when it comes to exchange, when it comes to future trading, when it comes to margin trading, when it comes to P2P, and lots of that in the industry. Now they're expanding their codes to Dubai now, and I think now they're having some green light to produce crypto services in Dubai. And I think all this good news is good for the crypto space and the believer of crypto at large. Without no wasting time, let's check some NFT out. We see Ethereum NFT are driving crypto adoption in Central and South Asia, you see. So I think I love that. We know we said it on this show last week or some day, I think it was last week, when we told you that it was said that NFT market in China in the coming years could worth $4 trillion. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's a lot of money, and that's why we're seeing even South and Central Asia are now trying to adopt Ethereum NFT into the system. And talking about that, we're going to see lawmaker could see NFT regulated as securities, because like I told you, there's a lot of NFT out there, and that's why we want to drop a video about how many cryptocurrency are out there. Do we have too many? Do we have short? Do we have so much more? We're going to drop a video about it. So subscribe to the channel, like and share, so you can get to have the knowledge about it. And now we're seeing in EU, European Union law could see NFT being regulated as securities. We saw last week US government are saying Ethereum stake should be regulated as security as well, because people will be staking it with these companies. We need this company to meet up with other investment companies providing such security in the industry. All right, without no wasting our time, with the last news on my radar now is Australia financial watchdog expanding to better regulate it. We can see, you know, I think even on this show we said it before, Australia has been trying to regulate crypto to the extent that they're not even trying to say you can buy up to this amount a year just to regulate it. That means buying through their exchanges, you know, the cryptocurrency exchange they have in the country. So all of these are the headlines or news making waves in the crypto industry. If you've not subscribed, you need to do that right now. Crypto Bean 101 is the channel, and you can be part of what the greatest is happening in this on this platform. You understand? Subscribe right here, like and share, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of the greatness happening in the industry. So let's check out what news we're going to be looking at, and there's nothing more than FOMC. Fed Powell is going to talk, is going to now give a statement on how or what they're going to do to help the economy better. We can see the consumer price index, which is the CPI last week, make the market dip down, and yesterday again the interest rate was raised by 75 basis points, and it still make the market dip down more. But like I told you, as a technical analyst, whatever happened in the fundamental world always show itself on the chart, and from the chart you can pick up what you need to do next. So now let's check what's going to happen today. We saw yesterday, we saw the news that broke talking about the interest rate, but today we'll be seeing some policy rates coming up, we'll be seeing some monetary policy summary coming up, and tomorrow is the big day again where we're going to hear Fed Powell speak, and that is very important because that's where this bad guy is going to throw some light into what is going on, or how they're going to correct or limit or reduce the inflation that is going on in the economy. So tomorrow we should be expecting some flash service PMI. We're going to be seeing some German flash service PMI. We're going to be seeing some US flash service PMI. And to know all of this, I'm talking about to know more about trading, to know much about cryptocurrency, or to know how to invest in all this in this space, you can go to www.instacashfx.com, where you can apply for free training on how to trade, how to invest, how to do a lot of things, metaverse, NFT, and a lot of more. And you will be called batches by batch, and you will get the best of training from them. So we'll be expecting all the news today, and tomorrow we'll be waiting for Fed Powell speak. So let's check out the coin market cap, talking about the market watch, to see how the cryptocurrency market cap in total is doing. And we can now see where market cap is now at 927 billion, and also in the last 24 hours we've seen so much volume come into play over the last week. I think this is the highest we've seen, almost about 100 billion, talking about 95 billion coming into trading volume that has happened in the market. And we can now see BTC Dominance standing at 39.6 and ETH at 17. And let's check the other site out where we can compare these figures, and we can see we're right about 970 market cap, that I'm talking about 970 billion, and now about close to 100 billion volume in total in the last 24 hours. And also we can see BTC Dominance above 38% right here, and ETH at 16%. So now let's check out what is trending and what coin what the coin I do. We can see what's trending. We have this Prosper trending, BTC is trending, of course, XRP2 is trending. You know, we talked about XRP yesterday, talking about the fake giveaway that has been trending on Twitter. You shouldn't fall for the scam, please. You need to be careful. XRP is still having some SEC issue, having some issue with the SEC, and it's been going on for years, and we're going to see that unveil or finalized very soon. But without wasting time, let's check what's going on in the market. You can see Bitcoin is trading at 19,179. That is about, it's down about 4% in the last 7 days, appreciated about 1.5% in the last 24 hours, and we can see about 0.4% in the last 1 hour. Ethereum, the Mr. Merge, has been down and still down about 20% in the last 7 days, 2.96% in the last 24 hours, and we can see trying to make some move upward. We're talking about 0.01% in the last 1 hour. And now let's check out XRP, 26% appreciated in the last 26 days, 5% in the last 1 hour, and about 0.42% in the last 1 hour. But we need to check out ADA, since Cardano fork is going to be coming up shortly. So we need to see the ADA coin how it's doing. We can see ADA coin has been down 4% in the last 7 days, excuse me, and 1.5% in the last 24 hours appreciated, and 0.42% in the last 1 hour. And also let's quickly check the coins under top 100, like we always do, just to give ourselves a clear picture of the token that have been moving their way up to top 100. We can see GNO sitting at 101. We can see CVX sitting at 102. Yen Finance is back on 103, and Gemini dollar is still at 104. And where is Cardano? I think Cardano is just keep dropping. We can see Cardano is on 114, and also it's been down about 9.27% in the last 7 days. And we can see even this Genesis is down about 19% in the last 7 days. And talking about Yen Finance, down about 6.5% in the last 7 days. So these are more of the coins on that top 100. And now we can quickly check out. Let's quickly check out some NFT. CryptoPunk is still sitting at number 1. We all know CryptoCon, Budget Ham, Mutant Budget, API, and we can see Azuki at number 2. We can see Bot API at number 5. All right, let's check the chart out now. We can see what's going on. BTC is trading at 19,108, and like I told you yesterday, if you've seen our video, if you don't see, you can go and check it. I show you what was going to happen on the show, which let me go to lower time frame. I show you this. I told you, see what I'm saying? I showed you this yesterday. I said we're going to have movement like this. I said we're going to have something like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Then we're going to see it come down to mitigate this area, and now you can see it's been mitigated, it's been touched nicely, you see. So now, do we need to buy now, or do we need to stay out of the market? I think prospect for buy is coming up, because I believe the cycle has already bottomed out, except we're going to break 17,500, and if we break that, I think it's going to be a bloodbath for Bitcoin, because we could see the market move down to about 12,000, 10,000 thereabout zone, and that will be huge, and I'm expecting that to happen in the next future, but it could be a spike. But right now, what do we need to focus on? We need to focus on what is happening on the market right now. And what is that? Is that we've seen this cycle completed as 1, 2, 3, 4. We're expecting this to be our 5. We're expecting this zone to be our 5. Though it didn't break it, and we know whenever I didn't break it, this still remain valid, but we're expecting to be our 5. So now, where do we need to get into the market now? This is what I'm going to show you right now. This is where you need to get into the market. You know, we now have this structure being formed, talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where do you need to get into the market? Wait for the market to come down. Let me draw it so you get it nicely. You need to wait for this market to do something like this, to come down to this point. Then we're going to see the market move ahead like this. So now, like that. So now, where do I need to get into the market? This is where you need to get into the market, because we have this now bottom out of this, which means we can now count this as our 5 if we're not going to break it. So now we have this structure being formed. So I will expect market to come down to this point, which is between, I'm expecting market to come to the, okay, let me use this highlight to highlight it for you so you can get a clear picture. So where do I need to set my buy now? You need to put your buy between 18,500 and 18,350. And if you check my previous video, the same area I told you we need to look for where we're going to take our buy. And now the buy signal is almost ready. And now, where do you need to put your buy in case you miss that place? Your buy signal now needs to be above this point. You need to be above 19,280. As far as we see this market move down, we see this thing like this, as far as we see the market move down like this, you see, to touch this zone, then we see it move up. Only if we break this zone now, we can say we're going to have a short. You see, only if we break this zone, which is around 18,000. If you go below 18,000, yes, I can categorically tell you that we're going to have a short. But right now, good structure is formed. The movement is completed. What I told you will happen has happened, that the market will come and mitigate here. Now, if you buy here, like I told you, congratulations, you should be in profit now. But if you miss it, don't panic. Don't panic. The market is coming down to this point. The market is coming down to this point, and you're going to see opportunity to take your buy at this point. Then you can continue in the market. But we know we're going to see Fed Powell speak tomorrow, and that might see affect the market. So you need to be careful. Don't forget to use your risk reward management. So in case you're wrong, you can just have let me tell you, if you get into the market here, you'll be risking. If you get into the market here and your stop loss here, you'll be risking $140 to take the trade. And I think that is wonderful. And if the market should shoot up, I'm talking about 1 to 1,000 risk reward. I'm talking about 1 to 50 risk reward. I'm talking about a lot of money you'll be making if you follow our strategy. So that's that on BTC. BTC is doing as I've predicted, and I'm so happy about that. And I can tell you, we are always about 99.9% right on this channel. Not that we're doing magic or we're using some kind of skill that you cannot have. It's just that we've studied the market, we know what's going on. You can be part of the greatness. Go to www.instacashfx.com and apply for free training, and you can know how and when to buy or what to do in the crypto market. So let's quickly check out ETH out without no wasting our time. ETH USD, we can now see, let's see, you see, I told you yesterday, ETH, it's going to retest this zone, and if it retests this zone, then we will expect it to go back. But in case it doesn't retest and it breaks this point, you should short. And now we saw it that retest this place but invalidated it, refused to move, or it moved up, but it didn't move up a little bit. Move up, yes, but now come back to break the zone. So which means buying here was correct, because it will have mitigated buy for you, took you up about let me see, you would have made about $126 on one ETH you buy. But now we can now see that it break this point, and now this is now giving me a concern for ETH, because we can see breaking this point means ETH could still bottom out. But now it's forming a structure also. So let's align this point. Yes. So where do we need to get into ETH now? We can get into ETH at 1244. I think that place will be the best to buy ETH right now if you want to long ETH. Get to ETH at 1244 and use your risk reward, or put your stop loss below 1237. And once we break 1218, we're going to see the market deep down more. Not financial advice, it's just what we've been studying, and we've been right since we've been predicting or analyzing the market for you. So that's on ETH. Wait for ETH to come down to this point, then you can take your buy. You understand? So that's down ETH. So without no wasting time, let's check ADA out, because ADA is making so much movement, talking about the upgrade that's going to happen. And we can see ADA has been appreciating in the lower time frame after the drop, and this drop, we can see it in all of the cryptocurrency chart, is because of the 75 basis point that was raised on interest rate yesterday. And we're going to see Fed Powell speak tomorrow to tell us, or to bring out or tell us the tools they're going to use to correct. As we all know, inflation has been on the rise since some time now. So now this thing has broken this point. What should we expect? Yes, we should wait for it to test this zone back before we buy, which is 0.43. I'm talking about ADA. And if you break 0.43, ADA is still going to dip more. So we are between break it or make it, and now you need to be careful, because you need to use your risk reward management. But I can categorically tell you that even though we see the market shoot down. It's just going to be in a spike, and we're going to start appreciating, because I've seen, or I've studied, that the crypto market has kind of bottom out. We just need the big boys to get into the market and to push the market upward. But not financial advice anyway. And don't forget to use your risk management, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you can get all this juicy content and this beautiful chart analysis we're bringing to your view every day. For more charts in depth, for more chart analysis in depth, stick to the channel where we drop our segment called Let's Trade It. We look into the chart and we analyze it in depth, and we can tell you what that will happen in the market. So thanks for hanging out with me so far. It's the BNB show, like we all know, but we can't round up the show without checking the fear and greed in the market, which is the sentiment of you and I, or the public, concerning the crypto space. And we can now see fear and greed is sitting at 22, still sitting at extreme fear. And like I tell you, whenever you see fear and greed is when you need to bag more asset. But you don't just buy, you need to wait for the right signal, the right moment, and you just, enter the market and start making some go up for yourself. So that's that on the show for today, and we apologize for bringing the show late to your view today. It was due to the load shedding, the part of the world that I'm living, and with time things will get better and you'll still be getting your show as early as possible. But our chart analysis is top notch, and if you stick to it, you will always win, or you'll always be among the crypto successful traders. So not financial advice anyway, but it's just what we're doing. So if you've not subscribed, please do that right now. Subscribe, like here, right here, like and share, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. I still remain your boy Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim. This is Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we don't gamble it. Until I catch you tomorrow on another beautiful and wonderful episode of the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show. Stay out of trouble. Learn how to do this thing. Do your own research. Don't just dabble into the market, and stay out of trouble. Peace.